It's called The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Saroyan. Let's begin. A surprising morning visit. The story begins when the narrator, Aram, was 9 years old. He was asleep one early summer morning when his cousin Mourad, who was 13, woke him up by tapping on the window. When Aram looked outside, he saw something shocking. Mourad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. Aram couldn't believe his eyes and thought he must be dreaming. He stared at Mourad and the horse, wondering how this was possible because they were poverty-stricken. Poverty-stricken, extremely poor. Their tribe, the Garoghlanian tribe, was very poor, but they were known for one thing: their honesty. They had been known as honest for 11 centuries, and the idea of someone from the family stealing a horse was unbelievable. First ride, the thrill and the question. Mourad invited Aram for a ride. Aram was excited but also suspicious. He asked Mourad, "Did you steal the horse?" Mourad didn't answer directly. He simply said, "If you want to ride, get out of the house." They rode the horse along the countryside and felt the cool breeze. Mourad was so excited that he started roaring, not just singing, but loudly shouting with joy. Aram tells us that Mourad belonged to the part of the family that had a crazy streak. He was like their uncle Khosrow, a man who had a famous temper and would shout the same thing every time. It is no harm. Pay no attention to it. Pay no attention to it here means way of saying ignore it or it doesn't matter. Trying to ride alone. Mourad rode alone first, and then it was Aram's turn. But the horse didn't move. Mourad told Aram to kick into the muscles of the horse. When he did, the horse suddenly started running wildly and snorted loudly. Snorted made a loud noise through the nose, showing excitement or anger. The horse ran into a vineyard, jumped over 7 grapevines, and threw Aram off. Trouble catching the horse. The horse ran away, and it took half an hour for Mourad to find and bring it back. By that time, the town had started waking up. They decided to hide the horse till the next morning. When Aram asked when Mourad had stolen it, Mourad replied, "That's a question I refuse to answer." Then he added, "It's been a while, but you must say I started riding only this morning if anyone asks." The hiding place, the vineyard barn. They took the horse to an old deserted barn that once belonged to a farmer named Fetwajian. The barn had dry alfalfa and oats for the horse. Mourad proudly said, "It wasn't easy to train him. But I have a way with horses. A way with a special talent or connection with something." He said that horses understood him, and he had an understanding with the horse. Understanding, a special relationship or mutual connection. He also told Aram that he would learn this when he turned 13. John Biro, the real owner, appears. Later that day, a man named John Biro came to Aram's house. He had lost his white horse a month ago and had not found it yet. He was talking to Uncle Khosrow, who, as always, said, "It is no harm. Pay no attention to it." Even when Biro said, "My surrey is useless without my horse. Surrey, a four-wheeled carriage." Khosrow shouted again, "It is no harm. Pay no attention to it." Moral conflict: what to do with the horse. Aram rushed to tell Mourad that John Biro had come looking for his horse. He told Mourad not to return the horse yet because he still wanted to learn to ride. But Mourad became angry and said, "Are you suggesting I should be a thief? Our family is known for honesty." Then he calmed down and said, "We'll return the horse in 6 months." This moment showed Mourad's conscience was active. Conscience, the inner voice that tells you what is right or wrong. For 2 more weeks, they kept riding the horse early in the morning. But even then, Aram couldn't learn to ride properly. The horse still threw him off. Meeting John Biro, the final trigger. One morning, they met John Biro on the way to the barn. He looked closely at the horse and said, "This horse is identical to mine, tooth for tooth. Tooth for tooth, exactly matching in every detail." But then he said something surprising. "I trust your family's honesty, so I believe this horse isn't mine." This moment made Mourad feel guilty. The very next morning, they returned the horse to Biro's barn. They returned a silent goodbye. When they went to return the horse, the dogs in the barn didn't bark. Mourad smiled and said, "They wouldn't bark. I have a way with dogs too." Next day, John Biro came to their house and happily announced, "My horse is back. It's stronger and better behaved than ever." Khosrow, again, shouted, "Quiet man, your horse has come back. Pay no attention to it." Central theme. This story beautifully captures the balance between personal desires, like the boy's love for horses, and family values, especially honesty. Even though Mourad and Aram took the horse without permission, they didn't intend to steal it forever. When the owner trusted them and showed faith in their honesty, they felt guilt and chose to return it. The message is clear. Doing the right thing is more important than temporary fun. And that's what makes this story a summer of memories and morals.